Leo, hello, and welcome to your Spring 2024 Shapeshift reading, where we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like for the spring season. I'm Andy, I'm your reader, and we're joined today by the Green Glyphs Tarot box set by James R. Eads. We have a runes deck and dice set. We have a Lenormand deck, we have a regular tarot deck, and we have James's Oracle deck. So we're going to use the entire set in kind of an epic reading for you this spring. Let's start by rolling the dice. Okay. All right, let's see what runes are here for Leo. Okay, let me find the corresponding cards and we'll take a look at this together. Okay, Leo, our first rune here, you have Dagaz. And as you can see, we're seeing like a very zoomed out view of the entire landscape with the sun just breaking over the horizon. And the symbol here is dawn, the break of day, and we're seeing some sort of like epiphany, awakening, maybe like new awareness as the dawn suddenly breaks over the horizon. So there's like a sense of a new beginning or some sort of epiphany that's coming through that is representing like the rise or the break of a brand new day for you, Leo. And then we have Ansuz, which is the word or the message or some sort of like communication that is like, it could be wisdom, it could be advice, or it could just be like a message, but more metaphorically it's talked about as like the breath of God. So we have like the breath of God, the break of day. There's something sort of major happening here, Leo, that feels like a refreshing new presence or a refreshing new energy. A new bit of information is delivered that essentially is like the start of a new chapter for you, a brand new day. And then of course we have Suelu, the sun card, which is Leo's card in the tarot, and it's just talking about the daytime, the daylight, positivity, brightness, openness, and of course the sun is like this core life force, heat resource that is that all living things rely on for life. So you literally have like a word coming in that is the break of day and the sun rising, obscuring the darkness, which is so gorgeous. And then you have the blank rune coming last, the rune of the weird. So of course with that blank rune, it tells us that we don't know what comes next, and it's symbolizing the sense of like things unseen, things unknown, and possibly unknowable, like the all of the mysteries of the universe in one blank roll of the die. So whatever this brand new like burst of life is for you, Leo, it's opening up like a whole new world, a whole new thing, and maybe even like reminding you on a very core intrinsic level of all of the mysteries of what it is to be a living organism, just sort of like magnified in this moment. It's quite a beautiful reading. And what a great way to start. Okay, let's go to the Lenormand and see if we can flesh out a little more specifically what this might look like for you this spring. But seeing as you got your own card in the runes, it's looking pretty good. And you know, it could be like a new piece of information is delivered that kind of breaks through the darkness or starts a whole new life for you. But it could also be that with your own words, with your own like even written word, a whole new life begins. Like I'm thinking of the life of a book. That's what just came out. I was just about to say like the life of a book, like the first time you put pen to paper and like a new life is born, and then it literally says book. Okay. So that could be quite literal for some of y'all. Wow. What else for Leo? Ooh, do we have a flipper? Well, I got like a little peek of the mountain reverse, so I'm gonna say like something is removing an obstacle here, whereas like something has been obscured in some way. Okay, hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're just like getting all this. It's kind of like bursting out everywhere, these cards. Okay. Yeah, something like unknown. Whoa. Okay. Stork. Okay. All right. So let's look at the Lenormand together. So we have the Stork, which is essentially like a card of change and transformation. It is sort of like fortuitous of something new becoming. I mean, like they say, storks come and deliver babies, you know, because it's this sort of symbolic thing of a big transition or a big change or something new sort of moving through or moving in. A new cycle even is indicated here. One of the keywords in James's book is becoming, and I love that underneath the sunrise card because it's like something new is coming into being. So let's look at the book. 26, card 26. The book says secrets, knowledge, education, information, wisdom, teacher, long projects, literally books, and words. So there could be just like a huge transformation when it comes to a message that you receive, some information that was previously concealed that is now revealed, like brings a huge life change for you. And it could even be something as like you get the contract or you get the piece of paper and suddenly now this new life can begin. But it could also be that like you create with your knowledge and education and wisdom like a piece of information, like a book that totally like is born into being and changes your life. Okay, so that's really interesting. And then the lady is, you know, there in this deck, there's the gentleman, the person, and the lady. And these are essentially just like representations of people. And so it could represent you if that's like a feminine type energy that you identify with. It could also represent someone in your life. So like the arrival, it could even be like of someone that brings the sun, or like something to do with a feminine energy in your life that like somehow she's like wrapped up in all of this, or they're wrapped up in all of this in some way. Or again, it could be you. So it's very much indicating something happening on the human level. And it's interesting that I was talking earlier about like the sense of just being reminded of the very core fabric of your own humanity. And then we have like a symbol of humanity here showing up with a person. And then we have the snake card, which can talk about like hidden dangers. You know, the way like a snake sort of slithers in the unseen spaces. It can be a card that introduces complexity into a situation, like complicates things, creates some problems, like, oh, okay, suddenly we have a snake to deal with. Of course, it can also talk about like jealousy or seduction or like desire, but especially with the blank rune coming through, that could just be that like there's unknown things at happening maybe in the environment around you, or even in like a larger social context that we don't yet know at this point in the reading, that are sort of like as yet hidden and yet to be revealed, that may have some sort of influence on an otherwise like really positive reading, Leo. And I think it's really important that like whatever that is, that the snake in the unknown, the blank rune that is going on, there are 3 columns stacked so far that are really, really positive and indicating an opportunity here for sunshine, for like the dawn of a new day for you. So keep it positive, whatever you do, because these are very positive cards, especially that Suilu, that sun card. Okay, so we need to get into this a little deeper here, Leo, because clearly, and like as soon as I saw these runes, I'm like, okay, there's some sort of like major life change energy happening here, Leo, a big life transition. This is going to be more than a surface reading. This is sort of like a much larger picture, and we're going to need all of these decks, honestly, to unpack this. So I'm going to go in with the tarot now and see if we can get even more specific, and then I'll finish with an oracle card for your overall message for this reading. So if that sounds like something you want to get into with me, click the link in the description below, and that will take you to the shifting space where you can access the full Leo reading and the full readings for all 12 signs of the zodiac. And we will investigate them together in a community of people over the course of the season. So if that's something you're into, click that link and I'll see you there. All right, Leo. What is this about?